Okay, YouTube. I think this is very confusing. I figured it out, but it took me a while to actually understand. Now, the college football playoff has changed a couple of times with the 12 team playoff. Um, and it's so confusing. I mean, agree or disagree, but you know, we wanted a 1 and 2, so they came out with the BCS and they played. Then they griped and bitched and moaned about that. So then they said, well, now we need 4 teams. Well, then they gripe and bitch and moan about that. And instead of going to 8, they went to fucking 12. So the truth of the matter is they went to 12 as of last year, didn't do it, but knew, hey, this year we will, 2024 season. And all of a sudden, they went from the top 6 conference champions to now we're only going to do 5 conference champions, and then we're going to move to the next 7 highest ranking college football. Now, I'm telling you right now, we're going to look at a scenario here that would have happened this year, and it's going to like probably piss you off. But uh, that's what the college football playoff committee always does. It pisses people off. Okay, so it is the 5 highest ranked conference champions. If you are, let's say that you are Tulane, okay, or you are some group of 5 team, and you're ranked number 5, and you're a conference champion. Guess what? You're automatically getting into the playoffs. You don't have to be in the Power Five, right? Because we all know the Power Five conference is pretty much done. It's the Power Four plus the Pac Two that's playing with the Mountain West. Got a whole other video on that. You can watch it. But the bottom line is, this is how it's going to be, and it is confusing because this was the scenario this year. So what we have here is Michigan, right? Follow my mouse. Number 1, they won the Big Ten, so they're top 4 teams, right? They would be getting a bye according to what's uh, what they're saying right now. The top 4 teams get a bye. So then you have Washington. They were number 2 at the time, so they're conference champion, Pac-12. They make it. Then you have Texas. They're number 3. They would have made it in the top 4 because they're the champions of the Big 12 and ranked number 3. You're just going down the list. So the next highest ranked conference champion would have been Alabama at number 4. And so then you have, look over here, Florida State. Florida State would have made it in. Yay! Because why? Because they were the ACC conference champion and they were the next highest ranked. Now, after that, you have 7 other teams, okay? And, you know, those teams are, I think I forgot one on here. But anyway, you have Ohio State, Oregon, Missouri, Penn State, Ole Miss, Oklahoma. Now, I don't really think that it's that big of a deal that if you, I mean, Florida State and Alabama were kind of teetering. So really, in the scenario this year, Florida State could have been number 4 and Alabama number 5, and I think everybody would have still been happy with that, especially voting in the committee. But I mean, here's my question when you look at this scenario. Okay, what about Liberty? Liberty, if you remember this year, they were really awesome. Top 25 ranked, highly recognized as very competitive. Now, I understand the bowl game. There are some questions after that, but it's still going to be a fight. If you look at the back here, look at there's nobody in there that's not normally in the talk except for Missouri maybe. Um, Missouri did great this year. So I think, for teams like Mizzou, they deserved a chance at something better, and they did play in a New Year's Six Bowl, and they whipped the crap out of Ohio State. So I just feel like at some point they've got to start including these group of 5 teams that are doing well because this format won't do it either, and you're going to have a lot of pissed off people. Now, you will have less pissed off people that are fans in the Big Ten, the SEC, the ACC, but you know you're going to get to a point where you're just going to have to expand it like the FCS playoff picture, which I predicted a long time ago. Anyway, but that's how I feel about it. It's still leaving out the group of 5 teams, and it doesn't really do any justice. Other than make a bunch of people happy and then piss off a bunch of people when their team loses in the first round because they have to play such a great school. And really, you're looking at, it's a possibility somebody could be ranked with 3 losses in a conference champion, like in a Power Five, and not be ranked in the top 12. But I'm sure the committee will make sure that somehow, like a 3 loss LSU that ends up winning the SEC will be ranked up there to get it. But anywho, whatever.